Before traveling economy on Emirates, I came to TikTok for reviews, so here's mine. I was immediately impressed with the cabin size. I was able to stand and not hit my head on the top. Right when I got to my seat, there was a blanket, headphones, and a pillow. Right away, I got into the screen in front of me. Note the USB and the USB-C charging ports. As you can see, I'm jumping around looking at all these flight angles for you to enjoy during your in-flight experience. Once we got settled in, they gave us these toiletry bags. Each toiletry bag is a conservation effort. It's a little note inside has all the details if you want to pause to read. Inside were compression socks, toothpaste and toothbrush, and an eye mask. I didn't really end up using any of these things except for the toothbrush when I got to Dubai because I am flying from Los Angeles to Dubai for a connection. I'm flying on the newer Airbus A380 and the in-flight entertainment options were pretty ideal. There was a lot of movie options, most of which I've already seen, but they were very recent films. The options were endless. I ended up watching a show on HBO Max, so yes, they do have HBO Max available. Our first meal for this evening route was dinner. We got chicken fajitas and they were so good. There are vegetarian options available for those who have dietary restrictions. This is the bathroom. The bathrooms are pretty spacious and there's actually so many. I personally never had to wait for the bathroom, and this is me just showing you around it while I had some time to just stand on my feet. Shortly after dinner was tea and coffee time. I got a tea and kept my chocolate from dinner to enjoy with it. They have a ton of in-flight options for you to view your travel route while flying and where you're at in the world, and they dim the lights in the evening so that everyone can rest and there's quiet time. A little bit later, we were served a little lunch snack. I got this chicken tikka wrap, which was amazing, and then right before we landed, we got breakfast, and this breakfast was so good. I wasn't able to finish all of it just because I felt like I was fed so much food that I was so full by the time breakfast was served. Emirates does such a great job of taking care of you during your flight. This is the view landing in Dubai the next day, and I was exhausted. It was a 16-hour travel day, and this is me traveling through the Dubai airport to my connection. My connection was on a standard Boeing 777. This is a bit older of an Emirates plane. It's a smaller one that only goes to smaller destinations. This was the screen. It was a bit older and it didn't have all the entertainment options from the previous planes, so I didn't get to finish the show I was watching on HBO Max, but that's fine. They still had HBO Max and other TV shows on there. The flight attendants were going around with this Polaroid camera and taking photos of the guests, which I thought was cute, and that wasn't really offered on the last plane, at least not for me. I was again served another breakfast on this flight. It was a little bit different from the last one, but it was just as good. And this is me heading to my last destination. I hope this was informative and helpful just as the ones I watched were.